Hi everyone. Well, today is the second day of fall. So last night was the first day of fall and I had a wonderful sunset walk. It was fabulous and the temperature was excellent, and yesterday was a beautiful first day of fall. So I hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to do our guided meditation, and we will pull some cards first. And I just wanted to mention to you, I'm using this deck, which you can't see what it is because it's in silk. This silk is probably, I don't know, maybe 50 years old. I mean, maybe 40 years old, I don't know. But this is a piece of lavender silk. And if you have cards, the tarot cards especially like to be in silk. It kind of contains the energy. So I'm gonna pull this apart and pull a card from here. This is a different deck than I have used before. This is one of my older decks. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I have this little card in here that I probably had for ages. And it says, "For the divine power of the white light of your love, I humbly ask that you allow into my environment only those influences which are for my greatest good and for the greatest good of all concerned." And I say something like that each time we do this meditation before I pull the cards. I usually say something, I always say something kind of like that, but I have that in here, and this is an older deck. I'm just gonna put this aside. So that's what this deck looks like on the back. And I'm going to shuffle these cards. And the reason I do this before our guided meditation is because I never know what I'm going to say at our guided meditations. I kind of meditate a little bit beforehand and kind of ask to be a channel and be of service, so that whenever anybody watches this or listens to it, regardless of whether it is when I put it up or later that night or the next day or repeatedly, but I ask that whatever cards come up guide me to say whatever would be relevant to the viewer or the listener at whatever time they listen to it. And because these are energetic tools, they are able to do that. They're able to shift so that when you listen to them or hear them or hear what I have to say about them, it resonates. You'll see what I mean. If you listen to this later or another time, you'll see what I mean. So, okay, I'm gonna shift the cards around here and cut them. Okay, I'm gonna cut them one more time and then I'll take the one from the top. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, wow. This is the Ace of Cups. See that? Okay. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Ace of Cups. Okay? So what we see here is we see a hand coming out of clouds holding a chalice, and the chalice is overflowing, and there's a dove looking down into the chalice, okay? And below there are lily pads. See the lily pads? So what this card means at this point in time to me, as I tell you what it means, there's a hand coming out and there is a cross of equal length. See that cross of equal length in the circle? That's what the dove is looking at, pointing at. And so when you see a cross like that of equal points, it means all sides are equal. In other words, the physical isn't greater than the spiritual. The emotional isn't greater than the mental. It means everything is equal. It's an equal, like a crowbar, okay? So it's kind of like staying in balance is what it's about, trying to stay in balance. And the hand coming out of the clouds is like, be ready for a gift to come out of nowhere. Be ready of guidance to come out of nowhere. Be ready for intuitive flashes to come out of nowhere. And the chalice is a cup. This is a cup. This is Ace of Cups. See that? Cups are the emotions. Cups are the water. So when you have fire, water, air, and earth, cups are the water, and cups are emotion. So this is a gift of this chalice with balanced emotions. See the circle with the cross, the crowbar? A dove always means peace. The lily pads below are symbolic of peace. And basically, this is my cup runneth over. See that? My cup runneth over. My cup runneth over with gifts from the divine. Keep our eyes open. We need to keep our eyes open so that we can see these gifts when they come, so that we can see the coincidences, see the guidance when it comes. That's why it's so important to be awake and aware. Because when you're awake and aware, you see coincidences and deja vus all over the place. And it's fun because you're able to see that because you're in a conscious aware state. And being in balance gets you into a conscious aware state. You must be in balance. So this is a really beautiful card, and this is a card about gifts coming. So if there's something that has been troubling you emotionally, just let it go and trust. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about in our guided meditation today, is surrendering, okay? Because that's what this card is about, and that's what it's guiding me to talk to you about, is surrender and trust. And if you have stress or strain or worries or concerns, give it up to the higher power and let the higher power handle it and give it back to you as gifts of balanced emotion and joy overflowing, okay? So this is really a cool card. And things coming out of nowhere. You might be surprised, okay? Keep an eye out for that. Okay, now I think the next deck I'm going to pull from is this one, which is the Archangel Oracle cards. Let's see what they have to tell us tonight. The angels, what do you have to tell us tonight, okay? So that's what the back of these cards look like. It's very beautiful also. And I'm going to shuffle these and ask the angels. Angels, please come and give me guidance and give us guidance so that we are clear about where we're going in our guided meditation. And I know that you will bring the most appropriate information through me so that it can be beneficial for everyone who watches or listens to this whenever they watch or listen. Okay, I'm going to cut this once. I'll cut it one more time. I like to let them know when I'm cutting it so they can put the card they want me to see in front. I know this sounds insane, but actually, those of you who know me know that I'm a pretty grounded person. Okay, and let's see, the card on the top is, oh my God, I can't believe it. Sometimes when this happens, I just get chills. Literally, I get chills. Okay, what was that last card about? It was about being ready for the guidance, trusting it, giving it up, and being ready for that information to come to you, okay? Ready for this? This is clairaudience. Clairaudience is being able to hear the messages. You can hear the messages. You get guidance through the messages. I love when this happens. I mean, it's just, there is no synchronicity. It's just all energy attracting energy. So, check it out. This is Archangel Zadkiel. He says, this is a man, by the way. He's a very beautiful man, but he's a man. See, I love this guy. Boy, is he stunning. I had a boyfriend that looked like that one time. Actually, it was a long time ago. But anyway, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. And that's really important too, because sometimes the guidance comes from someone, maybe someone you don't even know. Maybe someone you do know that says something, or someone you don't know. Could be in a line at Whole Foods, a person turns around and says something to you and you go, wow, and you get guidance about something. Keep your ears open and your eyes open for these signs and symbols, because they're there. They're here. They're everywhere. I'm going to read from the book and tell you what it says about the Archangel or clairaudience. Okay? Clairaudience is, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people, which is what I read you already. You're hearing true divine guidance very clearly. It comes in the form of repetitious messages urging you to improve a situation for yourself or others. Pay close attention to everything you hear in your mind and with your physical ears. Divine directives are repetitious, loving, and to the point, okay? Loving. They're loving. So if you hear loving things, that's coming from the right source. Ask me for help if you need clarification on anything you hear. Now, his name is Zadkiel, Zadkiel. So, hey, these angels are around. Ask them for his help. Say, hey, I don't quite understand what's coming through. Can you give me some more clarity? You know, I have to tell you something about asking the angels. I'm going to come back to this. A friend of mine said, I have some old vintage microphones that I used years ago when I had a band. I haven't opened these microphones in decades. I mean, literally, I haven't used them since the early 80s. So a friend of mine said, bring some microphones and we'll hook them up and we'll see what they sound like later on this week, okay? So I went out to my garage trying to find these microphones, and I felt like I looked through everything. I mean, I was out there rummaging through things, trying to look at boxes, trying to find these microphones. And I stopped in the garage and I said, Archangel Michael, because he's really good with technology and equipment and machinery. I said, Archangel Michael, please guide me to where the microphones are. Okay, so I get an image. Go to the cabinet where your painting supplies are. I'm like, my painting supplies? Why would they be there? Well, I moved some boxes around. I went to the cabinet where the painting supplies were, because I'm a painter, you know, so I got my painting supplies out of the way. And I saw a box in there, and I opened the box, and the microphones were in there. I was like, thank you, Archangel Michael, for showing me where they are. That was so great. So I'm not kidding when I say ask for guidance and ask for help. If you're confused, even if you can't remember an angel's name, ask for Michael. He's great with helping you find things and super great with electronic things. If my computer's not working or I have a problem with my electronic stuff, I'll ask Michael for help. Then I'll give it a few minutes and there it is. The answer will be there and I'll know what to do. So anyway, just saying. Okay. The other part of working with Archangel Zadkiel, his aura is deep indigo blue. When you wear the mineral lapis lazuli, you may feel a closer connection to Zadkiel. Hold this stone above your eyebrows to awaken your ear chakras and to clearly hear the voice of the divine. By the way, you can hold any stone right here and ask for guidance and clarity. It doesn't have to be lapis lazuli. It's just that indigo is actually the color of this particular chakra point. So there you have it. How about that? Those two hit together really well, didn't they? That was pretty cool. I'm gonna keep this out so I can remember this and have it guide me in the meditation. He is one beautiful dude, I'll tell you, that Zadkiel guy. He's amazing. I'll pull this one out too. Okay, now I'm going to do one more deck, and that's this one. This is an old one. This is Healing with the Angels. Oh, this one's probably like 20 years old. All right, let's see what this one says. Okay, angels, we want some healing. We ask for healing. Oh, by the way, after Michael, Archangel Michael helped me find the microphones, when they help you, thank them. It's really important to thank them, okay? So do that. And just call them and they'll be there. They are able to be in many places at one time. It's not like they'll be busy and not be able to be available to you because they'll be helping somebody in Massachusetts or something. They're multidimensional and they'll be able to, they can be in several places at one time. Okay, I'm gonna cut these cards once and I'm gonna cut them one more time and we're gonna see what the message is. The message is from the angels. Here we go. Healing, okay? When you listen to the messages that come to you, oh, here's self-acceptance on the back, okay? That's a good one too. When you listen to the messages that come to you, you are healing yourself. When you listen to the loving guidance that comes to you, you are accelerating and enhancing your frequency, and you are creating a self-healing. It's really amazing that when you are open to your intuition and your guidance, you are creating a self-healing. Okay, so this is an angel lying with a woman. Here we go, right there, see? And she's caressing her. She's soothing her, okay? So I'm gonna read you what it says about this card. This card is healing, and it says, a situation that has caused you concern is on the mend. You are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts have manifested into form. Sometimes the situation cannot heal until you release the challenge completely, so that healing light can enter it. Your worries will soon be over, because this card signifies that a healing has occurred. To realize this healing, however, you must first stop focusing on what is wrong and instead affirm, everything is in divine and perfect order right now. Everything is in divine and perfect order right now. You have natural healing abilities, and this card asks you to have faith that God works through you as an earth healing angel. Hold thoughts of love around any situation that seems to need healing. Visualize the situation as healed right now. Then give thanks to God, or whatever you want to call it. Jesus, God, universal energy, higher power, Buddha, doesn't matter. Then give thanks to that energy, whatever you want to call it, for this healing, and completely release everything to the angels. The powerful effects of your healing work touches many lives. You know, the whole thing about focusing on what you want and seeing things turning out the way you want them to be, instead of having the fear that they're going to turn out badly, that's pretty powerful. Because I was just talking to somebody about this, a client about this earlier when I did a session. I'm doing phone sessions now, I'm doing telehealth. So she was talking about, I'm really afraid XYZ is going to be happening. I'm really afraid XYZ is going to happen, and I don't know what to do. And I said, just keep focusing on what you want to happen. See what you want to happen. And when you have those thoughts of, oh, I don't know what I'll do if XYZ happens, just rope it back in. That's just your mind head tripping, monkey mind. Just rope it back in and just say, I trust in the divine power that XYZ will happen the way I want it to be, all in divine order, or whatever positive statement that you want to say. But turn it around. I call it turning on a dime, because you turn on a dime and you can change everything. For example, there's an old book called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maltz, his last name was, M-A-L-T-Z. Classic book. And he talks about this metaphor. When you're in a submarine and you're going in one direction and you change the navigation 1 degree, you go someplace else. You're going someplace else. You're not going here anymore. You're going here. You just changed it 1 degree or 2 degrees. So I call that turning on a dime. You can turn on a dime, change your perspective, and everything looks different. And your destination looks different too. Where you're going, energy-wise, looks different. So now it's time for us to do our guided meditation. And for those of you who haven't been here before, we do this every week. I've been doing it every week for a couple of years now. And when COVID happened, the group asked me to continue to do it this way, because certainly we could all use the help right now. So make yourself comfortable. You don't have to sit in a certain position, and you don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to take care of it all. All you have to do is let go, okay? Just let go. So make yourself comfortable. I prefer that you lie down, actually, or sit in a recliner or something like that. If you're lying on the floor, have your head and your back and your butt be here, and your knees come up and your feet be on the ground, okay? Also, you don't have to be perfectly still. You can move or adjust your body in any way that you need to, okay? I will bring you back from this relaxed state that you're going to be in 5 minutes before it's time for us to end the session, okay? So take a few minutes to get yourself situated. Know that if, God forbid, there's an emergency or something, you'll be able to come right out just like that, just by opening your eyes and popping right out. But this is your chance to let go, decompress, and rebalance. Remember that crowbar we saw? Time to rebalance in a peaceful way. Remember the dove? The peaceful way of rebalancing to allow the gifts, remember the hand coming in? To allow the gifts to come, okay? They come when you're relaxed and receptive, and that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so get yourself in that place. I usually use glass straws, but I don't use glass straws when I do the class because they clang on the glass and it's distracting. So for the class, I use a plastic straw. Just saying. Oh, man. Okay. We're going to start. Notice your breathing. And notice that you are beginning to relax on every level of being. Notice that your breath will soon begin to change. Follow your breath. Watch your breath as your eyes gently close. And watch your breath come in through your nose and allow it to come out through your mouth. Let's take a few breaths like that with you being aware of your breathing, just noticing it. Feel yourself becoming aware of releasing the cares and concerns of the day as you begin to slip into a different dimension, a different reality, one that is divinely protected, one that is full of peace, balance, joy. With each and every breath, allow, without even your conscious awareness knowing it's happening, allow your body to let go of any tension, any concerns, any worries, any frustrations, any agitations, any impatience. With each breath that you take, this continues to occur without you even consciously being aware of it. For the rest of this session, every exhalation will release anything interfering with your health, your happiness, and your mental and emotional balance. Notice how your body feels. Start at the tips of your toes. Feel an infusion of light actually coming in through the bottoms of your feet, through your soles of your feet. Feel the light coming in through the sole of each foot. And that light travels up through your body and lights you up on every level of being. Every cell of your body being lit up with this light, this healing, balancing, beautiful light. Feel it coming up through your legs, all the way up to your hips, into your torso. In your mind's eye, see it and feel it coming up through your upper chest, down through your arms, hands, and fingers, and up through your head. Through your face, your jaw. Imagine you have an opening at the top of your head, right in the center of the top of your head. And imagine that light coming in through the soles of your feet, coming all the way through your body, lighting it all the way up and coming out through the top of your head. So in essence, you become like a ray of light. Like a ray of light. Your body seems to be disappearing as you become more and more a ray of light, with the light expanding outward from your awareness of your physicality. We'll come back to your body later, but for right now, if you feel yourself expanding out, allow that to happen. As you begin to possibly feel formless, without physical form. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. With each count, become aware of the emanation of light that had been coming in through your soles, moving through you and coming out through the top of your head. Become aware of that emanation of light getting stronger and brighter, stronger and brighter, stronger and brighter, glowing. Beginning on the count of 5. The body relaxing more and more with each breath. Know that you can shift positions, and if you have to do that, it's just your physical body that is releasing stored up tension. Let it go. Every breath releases. And drifting down to 4, the body feeling more and more comfortable, if you're even aware of it anymore. Down to 3. Down to 2. Letting yourself go, trusting the process, knowing you are divinely protected and surrounded by light, You are the light. You have merged with that light that was coming through you, and you have become one with it. And moving from 3 down to 2. That's it. You may feel like you have the tendency to yawn. That's just energy coming out of your body. And 1, coming down to 1 now. Letting yourself go feels so good. It's almost as if your body has been craving this, needing this, like an energetic vitamin infusion, like an energetic energy transfusion. Every breath in, bringing in a relaxing breath, and every breath out, releasing anything interfering with your divine happiness, peace, and health. And now from 2 down to 1. And when you count from 1 down to 0, you'll hear some tones. Allow the tones to take you deeper and deeper into your own experience as you transform into a light being, even more so than you were before. We are all light beings, but we forget that. So the tones, use them to help you remember who you are. And drifting deeper from 1 down to 0. Remembering who you are. You are here for a reason and a purpose. You have incarnated at this time for a reason and a purpose. Allow yourself to go even deeper, to allow any guidance to come through, whether it's now or in the near future. Going deeper still. With each and every breath, continue to allow yourself to enjoy this process, trusting and knowing you will go to the perfect level of consciousness that is appropriate for you at this time. Trust and know that guidance is available to you. Intuition, flashes, impressions, even hearing certain things, hearing words, hearing slogans, hearing direction, all coming from a loving place. We are not alone here. We are not alone. We are surrounded by benevolent energies. We may not be able to see them. You may have felt them. You may have heard them. We are sharing this dimension. And the benevolent beings, whatever you want to call them, or maybe you want to call it one thing. Maybe you want to call it Jesus, or Christ, or Buddha, or Allah, or Yehovah, Yeshua, universal energy, Buddha. It's all the same energy. And it's in each and every one of us. It's in each and every one of us. It's what makes us all connected and all one. If you should start to feel disconnected, isolated, alienated, or alone, that is an illusion. Ask to be connected. Ask for that energy. Ask to be aware of that energy within you. You are never alone. And drifting deeper. Be aware of guidance coming from unusual places, seemingly out of the blue. Be aware of people you may meet. Be aware of things you may hear. Be aware, not asleep. Be awake. When you are awake, you can hear, see, and perceive things that you cannot see, hear, and perceive when you are asleep. Keep your body in good shape so you can stay awake and not have your senses be dulled. Nourishing foods and beverages, fresh air. These things keep your awareness and your senses clean, pure, and open so that you can be aware of guidance coming to you, seemingly out of nowhere. Get out of your way so you can receive these gifts. Use your words wisely. Say aloud what you desire. Affirm it. Avoid giving energy through your spoken word to what you do not want, to what you may fear. Do not give energy through the spoken word to what you fear. Only what you want, desire. Blessings in your life. You may hear things in that yoga nidra space between sleeping and waking. You may hear words, slogans, get guidance. In that space before you go to sleep at night, or that space before you come out of sleep to awaken in the morning. These thoughts may come out of nowhere. Pay attention to them. That's a very receptive state between sleeping and waking. Allow yourself to heal yourself. Allow your light being energy to soothe yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself. Be loving toward yourself and toward others. When you are not loving toward others, you are not loving toward yourself. So be aware of being loving toward yourself and loving toward others. That is a healing. That is a healing that you can provide for yourself. Allow yourself to enjoy this space of being a light being. See what it feels like to feel as if your body has dissolved. Your human body, your physical body. We'll come back to it later. See if you can feel yourself expanding, merging into other light beings, into other light energy that is unnameable, unlimited, all-encompassing. Feel the ecstasy of that. It's time to begin to come back, to reel your energy back in to your physical body. It's time to come back in from this expansive, unlimited state. Coming back into the physical realm, but remembering that you are unlimited, that your soul, your spirit is unlimited. Coming back on the count of 1. Feeling yourself back into your physical body. Feeling at one with the unlimited. Continuing to come back on the count of 2. All parts of your mind balanced, the left and the right hemispheres, above and below, male and female aspects of your being balanced, yin and yang balanced. Coming back on 3. Feeling at the same time grounded, connected, and knowing you will carry that feeling with you the rest of the evening, that connected feeling, or the rest of the day, if you happen to listen to this in the morning. You will carry with you that connected feeling, even if you are going to be drifting off to sleep. Continuing up on the count of 4. Balanced with life, mind, truth, and love. Fire, water, air, and earth. All 4 sides balanced. And coming up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming all the way back into the physical body now. If you are going to be going to sleep, you will sleep deeply and soundly, waking up refreshed, renewed, regenerated. If you are listening to this in the morning, you will be ready for a beautiful day, full of insight, guidance, and adventure. If you are listening to this in the afternoon, before going out for the evening, to let go of the day and decompress a bit, you will have a wonderful evening and find you are connecting well with everyone around you that you want to connect with. And if you are going to sleep, know that your dreams will be fruitful and that they will in symbolic form carry out anything interfering with your health, happiness, prosperity, and abundance in all levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And allow your eyes to gently open if you are going to be awake for now, or stay gently closed if you're going to be sleeping for the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we finish this guided meditation. And if you are awake and with me, Let's close this out and seal this experience. Placing your hands, heels of your hands together, fingertips touching, arms out, making a triangle. Prayer hands touching your heart chakra. Imagine yourself surrounded by protective, benevolent light. Nothing negative can enter in. All of your energetic openings are sealed. Everything is sealed, etherically, astrally, energetically, so that only positive information and experience can enter into your perception, your life, and your reality. We're going to do an Om now. I encourage you to do it audibly so that you can hear it and feel it resonating throughout your body. It'll be 3 sounds. Ah, O, Take a breath and exhale. On the next one, we'll feeling that resonance throughout your body. I want to thank you for giving yourself the gift of being here and listening to this whenever you listen or view it. I want to acknowledge you for taking that time so that you can feel balanced and reset everything. Like resetting your phone, you're resetting yourself to your original settings. I want to acknowledge you for doing that, for having the awareness that it needed to be done, and for giving that gift to yourself. I want to thank you for being here with me and sharing this time with me. I will see you again next Wednesday. I wish you a wonderful rest of your evening and a beautiful week. Share this video, should you feel it to be beneficial, with anyone you know. It's on Facebook, on all of my pages, and it's on YouTube, on my channel, Elena Michaels. And so, with that, I say, Namaste. Many blessings.